I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I get up when I'm bleeding, barely breathing. I'll never back down.
This is the collision of common sense and comedy. This is Defenders Live.
I'll never back down. Thought I was 6 feet under.
Happy Friday.
Oh, yeah.
It's a nice Friday.
Is it?
I mean, I guess.
It's about to rain here.
Again.
Anyway. Again. Yeah,
That's all it's been doing is raining.
So last night here, anyway, it didn't really start raining because we were out, obviously.
Yeah, we were
out
doing our thing. Yeah.
Doing things and stuff and
things.
Yeah, well. Anyway, so I got home at like 11:15.
Yeah.
You know, I just piddling around, do stuff, and finally go to bed. It was like 12:30.
The bottom falls out.
Not only everything. It's not just the rain. It was
Everything.
It was so bad that 3 out of my 4 children woke up to come cuddle in the bed.
Wow. Yeah, that's
3 one of apparently my youngest was so scared. He was the first one to wake up. He was so scared that when my wife woke up because she was like, "Oh God, the sound."
Yeah.
He was at the crooks of her knee, still awake,
Just
clinging.
Oh my God.
It's pretty bad.
It's because they haven't learned to sleep through it. They haven't learned that it's because I'm telling you now, like the more severe the storm is outside, the better I sleep.
Yeah, no, same here. Like I can. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what. More storms, better.
Yeah, yeah. The light rain, I'm kind of wake up going, oh God, this is irritating. No, let's.
Like my sister had one of those rain sticks. You know the rain stick.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
hollow on the inside, and it's got the beans or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, if she had something to just like turn it every 30 seconds to make it go again,
That's about.
I'd never woke up.
Yeah. Just over and over.
It's that
and
almost
over.
white noise sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's
I
really
know.
soothing.
It is, especially if you have like a rain on a tin roof. I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
that's
Pretty good.
the best. I don't know.
Simply the best.
Or like a rock, one of the two.
That's where you sleep. It is simply the best sound so that you can sleep like a rock.
Like a rock. Spider-Man's Prime over on Twitter. The best way to lead into a Friday at DOAE show. At Ron Phillips and Real Rocky Stucci talking about tech crew and furries on the At Normal show. Abnormal. Let me say it
Abnormal show. Yeah.
Yeah, see, you almost said
I
shoal.
can't. Troll.
Troll.
Yeah, really set the stage, you know? Yeah, I guess. But we have nothing to do with that. So
They did it. No,
they did. We didn't do that.
Not us.
I mean, we're cool with talking to Tech Crew and the furries and stuff, but I mean, he hasn't asked us to talk for a while.
No.
So
No.
he hasn't asked to come on the show.
No, and that's fine because, we're.
No, it's not fine.
No, it is.
No.
I'm okay with it.
No.
No, I am.
No.
I am. I am. Because try as I might, and I love the man to death. Try as I might. It's just something, I'm usually pretty good about wrapping my head around things.
Yeah. The furry thing you can't do.
I just can't.
You can't do it?
And it's not like anything I'm like grossed out or anything like that. I can't. I can't make the connection. You know what I mean?
Doesn't quite
From
work.
one point to the other.
It's just not
doesn't.
quite there.
And so, I mean,
Yeah.
more power to you. I don't, not judging or anything like that.
It's just not you. It's not your scene.
And I can't understand it. So maybe if I...
It's not your bag, man.
Yeah,
It's not my bag,
it's
baby.
not my bag. Anyway, following the Taliban's takeover in Afghanistan.
Afghanistan. Yeah, that guy.
Culminating after the fall of the capital of Kabul last week. Or Kabul.
Cable.
Tomato.
Uh-huh.
Far left filmmaker Michael Moore gave an interview to Variety and let loose a particularly jaw-dropping observation.
Oh, good, because, that's exactly what we need. More Mike Myers jaw-dropping observations.
Especially because after the whole Flint, Michigan thing and all that.
Yeah, right.
jazz,
And everything that's been going. Yeah.
stuff and things and stuff.
All the movies that he's made and all the hundreds of millions,
the blockbusters,
hundreds of millions of dollars that he, a socialist, has made on the capitalist system.
Yeah, but okay,
just to make fun of the capitalist system.
Like all the blockbusters. Name one.
Fahrenheit.
Was that him?
Whatever.
I thought that was Al Gore.
No, Fahrenheit was him.
Hold on. I also said blockbuster.
Oh, there wasn't one.
There's none.
But he has made hundreds of millions of dollars on those stupid movies.
But he didn't know because it wasn't the legitimate size of things because it was
no, he's not
the left was paying for.
He's
This
not the
is fantastic.
legitimate size of things.
Anyway, at one point in the interview, Moore acknowledged his concern that the Taliban might erase progress for women in Afghanistan, which I will going to stop right there. And as of right now, not that I've, following this all too religiously, but this is the absolute first time I've ever heard anybody, especially from the left, bringing that up.
What, this?
The
fact that Michael Moore's fat?
No.
Oh.
About and I hate using the word progress, but the progress for women in Afghanistan. All these feminists are all like, this, that, really. And the third, but nobody's saying word one.
About the fact that the women in Afghanistan are literally going back to being shunned and thrown back into their rooms and never doing anything, being raped and murdered because they're out on the street without a man. Yeah. And up until this point, for the past 20 years, they've been allowed to go to schools, getting driver's licenses, being able to marry who they want to marry, actually having, full-on education and everything else, like actually having rights as a human being. Yeah.
But anyway,
no, that's fine.
He appeared to try his hand at softening that natural observation by emphasizing that America also has problems with religious fundamentalism.
We do,
as the magazine termed it.
Religious fundamentalism.
Yeah. Quote, they're religious nuts, but we've got those here too. More to variety. Quote, but the Taliban said yesterday in their press conference that girls' schools are going to remain open. Okay, we'll see.
All right, pause.
Okay.
Before you go there, let's just stop. They also said they were initially just going to make sure that everybody gets through and not going to start killing people.
Yeah.
They also said that they weren't going to do things like go door to door and behead people and hang them. But they've done that.
Don't say they've done that.
They have done that. They're going door to door to people's houses that were friendly to the United States, knocking on their door or busting down their door. Or if they don't have a door, just walking in, because that happens too in those areas where they don't have a door. It's just a cloth.
Yeah,
so they just walk in. So they just walk in and rape the women.
Singing, the Three's Company thing.
Yeah. Come on, knock on my door. Except for in Arabic, which I don't know what that is, but.
La 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 la.
Muhammad Jihad.
Durka Jihad.
I'm sorry. That's
so bad.
We could keep this going. You know that, right?
I know we could.
So bad.
And it's what makes me happy, though.
No, anyway, but they said they wouldn't be doing this. They say that there are people that are impersonating the Taliban going around killing people now.
You say.
You only hear what you want to. Yeah. They're telling us that, no, that's not us.
Yeah.
That's people
Right. Okay.
That's other Afghanis impersonating the Taliban to go kill people.
Right. I buy that.
That's,
Totally.
So, already, first off, Michael Moore, strike one. Continue on.
Forgive us, but we don't believe you.
Continuing on.
He's just such an idiot.
You're right.
I know. Anyway, he said, we'll see. He said, they also said that they're going to operate under Islamic law.
Yeah, they are.
So I don't know how that...
Which is why all their women are now being pushed back into their houses.
Yeah, I don't know how that one works with the other.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Okay. let's see. They also said they're going to operate under. That's exactly how a lot of Southern Baptists want it to be here too.
I'm sorry, what?
A lot of Southern Baptists want it to
Southern
be here.
Baptists.
In lots of parts of the country, we are following dictates of conservative Christians. It's wrong there and it's wrong here.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Just a little. I know you're not Michael Moore, so.
No.
But if you were a Slavic blob of a person from Canada,
Yeah.
who is making comments about the United States, having never actually lived here.
You know.
And you said something like,
And I said,
yeah, and you go about claiming that, Southern Baptist is the same thing as the Taliban.
Allegedly.
Okay.
Southern Baptists.
Southern Baptist. You know, I used to be one.
I used to be's one too.
Yeah.
I used to be's one.
I used to be one.
I used to be's one. What's the worst thing? What is the strongest etiquette of Southern Baptist?
Potlucks.
Damn right.
All their meetings involve food. So I'm sorry, not one of the meetings, not one of the Taliban beheadings, none of these rapings, nothing ends with a potluck, somebody bringing stuff and food and sitting down and eating.
All right.
It doesn't happen. So that's the very first distinction right there.
Okay, so let's go down the list. All right.
Okay.
So let's go with women's
At number one.
women's rights, because you started with that.
Yeah. Okay,
Women's rights.
Women's
all right?
rights.
Are there any restrictions on women?
According to the Southern Baptist denomination, no.
Yeah. No restrictions.
No.
No?
Nope. They can
Sure,
go to
nothing
school.
there.
No.
They can do anything they want, basically.
Now, I know a lot of people will spin it and be like, the Bible says that a woman must be submissive to her husband, and that means she's a slave. No.
Yeah, okay.
That's not
All
what
right.
that means.
All right. Well, if you're going to go there, you should also read the next line, where it says you should be like Christ to your wife, which means you should die for her.
Yeah. And you're not.
You should be willing to die for her.
Well, Michael Moore might with the amount of food he's ingested.
No, that's not dying for anybody other than, diabetes. That's all that is.
So he's dying for Wilford Brimley?
Yes.
Okay, good.
The walrus himself.
Good.
Yeah.
You got the diabetes. Diabetes. But yeah.
Anyway,
so
okay, so it's women. Okay, so
Yeah.
nothing there, right?
No,
no problems. No problems. Well,
No, they're fine.
Okay. All right, so they're good. Right?
Yeah.
Homosexuals.
They do not agree with lifestyle,
Okay.
but they don't go beheading them or throwing them off buildings.
Okay. So they have strong wording.
Well, yeah,
Stronger
it's-
language.
And granted, now I will say there are a lot of churches who are very legalistic.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like the entire Quilt Bag Society.
No, and I got that, but what I'm saying is there's some who are very legalistic who
Yeah,
will turn
right.
around and don't let people be and
Sure.
who are adamantly against all of it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, but none of them, to my knowledge, have ever tried to kill them.
So they don't intentionally go to people's houses and throw them them off
No,
buildings high enough to kill them because they're gay.
No, they don't do that.
No, they don't do that.
They might, they might
they don't-
make asses of themselves or yell at them or whatever. But
Whatever,
they don't.
yeah.
They don't actually
Get away from my cow. That's
Yeah, that kind of thing. Stay out of my chicken coop.
whatever. So they don't do that.
No, they don't.
Right?
They
Okay.
don't do that,
So
no.
okay. So that's 2 out of 2 here, where we're kind of lowballing.
3 out of 3 if you think about again the potluck thing.
Potluck thing, yeah, because I don't trust
Southern
the food.
Baptists love to eat them.
They
chicken.
really do.
So
They really do, which I can't go anymore because they do the chicken all the time. That's just
that's why you're not going. It's not has nothing anything else to do with it. That's
Southern fried chicken, which by the way is delicious. I can't have.
yeah, I know.
I need them to make steaks. Country fried steak.
It's too expensive. Well, they can just cut. They
They can use the cubes. They can
do-
go buy
they
the
can do
regular
country
cube
fried
steaks. They're
No,
not too
you're
bad.
right. They can do that.
Yeah.
They do that
Yeah,
sometimes.
they could do that. Country fried steak.
And there's always potato salad.
Ugh.
Every
I can't do it.
every
No.
every one
No,
of them's got
the only potato salad I will go to a black Southern Baptist,
Oh, I know.
and I'll get potato salad there. But I ain't getting potato salad from White Southern Baptist.
So you have a thing against mayonnaise being in your potato salad?
I have a thing about not having any flavor. If it doesn't have flavor,
No, I personally don't think potato salad should have raisins in it.
once again, that's straight white.
Anyway,
Diane.
Karen.
No, Karen doesn't make anything. She just complains about everything.
She bitches at everybody else making it. Leslie says hers is the best, but I just think it tastes like shit.
Yeah, right. No. No. Anyway, okay, so you got that. All right, so that's 3 out of 3 with the foods. Continuing that, so that's 3 strikes. We're already out, but we could go for more.
Sure.
We could go for more.
There's a whole laundry list of things that, they're
What
not.
about the actual, what about the actual ideology? Let's go there. Okay, the actual ideology. So do Christians believe that everybody needs to submit under with use of force to God?
No.
By use of force?
No.
No. Now, they might have strong language. Once again, Southern Baptists
might
are
manipulate you
they're
through it.
very big on the hellfire and brimstone.
Yeah, I was going to say, they might manipulate you through fear of hell and everything
Hellfire,
else.
brimstone.
But, and unless you go up to like Virginia or West Virginia, they have, some of them cats who play with the snakes. That's a
That's a little different. That's not
a
Southern
whole
Baptist. That is not Southern Baptist.
technically it counts as Southern Baptist
Okay.
because it's underneath it's still past the Mason-Dixon line.
No. They're Southern. They're not Baptist.
No, some of them are.
No, they're not. I don't care what they claim to be.
I'm
but they're
telling
not.
you what
they're not. It's like
You want to be saved.
okay. So there you go. There's another thing there. So if we go on the basis of those things, they're not even.
And again,
close.
there's so many more.
There's so many thousands of things we can go into the debate about music and all the rest of it, and just all the stupid things that they do. The fact that Southern Baptists have been around and haven't been killing people over religious need. Right there. That's the only one you actually need. All the rest of it's just, it's extenuating circumstances. That is all you need. Are they killing people because of their faith?
No, they don't.
Then they're not the same.
They don't do that.
They're not the same.
No, they don't do that kind of stuff.
Okay, continue on. Sorry.
Moore didn't offer examples
Of course, because he doesn't have any.
of the Southern Baptists taking
just
over
offered a
cities.
ton.
I know. From cities coast to coast, murdering, raping, pillaging in the process. So the basis of his comparison is not quite clear. Elsewhere in the interview, Moore had nothing but praise for Joe Biden, despite his administration's failure in Afghanistan.
Wait. He's praising Joe Biden.
He did. He thought it all went down without a hitch.
Yes, I know. You want to know why? You want to know why he's cool with it?
Because he's got the film rights.
Because he just doesn't care.
Because he's got the film rights.
He
too.
doesn't care what happens to these people, and he doesn't care what happens to America.
He's
He
going to
wants
make a
to
movie
watch
out
it
of
burn.
it. Yeah, he's going to make a movie out of it. It's going to be.
He wants to watch it burn, and he wants to make a movie.
Yeah. Quote, Biden will not have one more American soldier die for something the Afghans don't even want to die for.
Yeah.
And I will grant that.
I got you there.
That part makes sense. However, what about the Americans that are sitting over there stuck?
Yeah,
that are at risk of dying.
The tens of thousands
who
of
don't want to
Americans.
die for it either.
Yeah, that don't want to be there.
Just saying. Continuing on, quote, 95% of the people agree with what Biden did this week.
No, okay, stop.
No.
Stop. No.
Okay.
We all agree that we shouldn't be in Afghanistan.
That's the 95%.
That's where we stop on the agreement.
After that, it tanks.
How he did it is a major issue.
Yeah. Bad.
Do we agree that we shouldn't have been in Afghanistan? Yes?
Yeah, we should.
Yes. Okay.
Go in, take care of what you need to take care of, and get the hell out.
Perfect. After that, how you handle it is actually what we're talking about nowadays.
Yeah.
It's not about the fact that we don't think we need to be there. It's about the fact that we shouldn't have done it that way.
No, we absolutely should not have. Shouldn't have stayed.
No.
It's not worth being.
Shouldn't have stayed, and he shouldn't have pulled out so quickly.
No.
He should have made sure that all civilians and American civilians and also Afghanis that have supported us were able to get out.
Yeah. That's the funny thing, because his quote goes, 95% of people agree with what Biden did this week. But if you listen to the reporters in the White House press room, you realize that 95% of them seem to be opposed to it.
Yeah. Once again,
It's not about the action. It's how it was
It's not about
executed.
Yeah, it's the execution of it, nothing else.
Jackass. That's all this is.
It's not about the fact that he pulled out. We all wanted everyone to pull out. Thank you. And if your mom had pulled out before it happened, we wouldn't have to deal with your crap.
Or, wait a minute, the mom has no responsibility.
The mom should have backed off.
The
The mom should have backed off at that
what
point.
she should have
She
Never
kicked him
mind.
off.
I can't say.
Never
what- I
mind. We're
can't
not
say what
gonna.
she
No,
should
if
have
you're
done.
well, could have been transgender at that point.
No. If his mom was a little bit more. Never mind.
We're not going to talk.
I'm not going to talk about someone else's.
Not
mom.
going to talk about your mom.
I feel
we don't
bad.
know.
I shouldn't talk about someone
She's
else's
probably
mom.
a wonderful person, or was. I don't know if she's alive
I don't
or
know.
dead. But in any case, anywho, your dad should have pulled out. That's all I'm trying to get to.
Somebody
Should have pulled out.
Something during that event should have been different.
Backed off. Just back off just a hair.
Slight interruption somewhere.
Uh-huh.
While more campaigned.
Should have happened. Scared you.
While more campaigned U.S. Senator Bernie Sanders during the 2020 presidential race, a filmmaker told the magazine that he is pleasantly surprised with Biden in regard to the child tax credit.
Increased food stamps.
Hold on, no. We're going to stop there.
Okay.
Can you do me a quick little favor?
What you need? What
I need to find out how much is Michael Moore worth.
Well.
You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna go on a limb, and let's see.
50.
No. That's
30. No. Here you go. Some bios.
estimated to be $50 million.
Yeah, ish.
His estimated net worth is $50 million. Do you think
You fat son of a...
well, I was gonna say, but do you think he's worrying or needing or even notices if I don't know if he has kids or not, but do you think
He doesn't have kids.
Do you think he would notice if it happened that he got the child tax credit? I mean, obviously it would technically make too much money. That's kind of my point that I'm getting at is how are you going to say, oh, it's great they give the child tax credit?
He made $58 million off of Bowling for Soup.
Off of Bowling for Soup?
Or excuse me, Bowling for Columbine.
Oh, I was going to say Bowling for Soup. What is
No, Bowling for Columbine.
That's one of my favorite bands. Don't ruin it
Don't
for
ruin
me.
it. Yeah, Bowling for Columbine, the Columbine thing that he did. He made
Oh.
$58 million off of that. Only spent $4 million.
Yeah, well.
He did Fahrenheit 9/11. And
Yeah, I don't care about any of that. Anyway, my point is child tax credit. He's not going to use it or notice it. He's not going to get it. Increasing food stamps. He doesn't use it or need it.
You don't use it or need it.
And in other left-leaning causes.
And you're also not an American, so you're not getting it anyway.
Quote, I am so pleased with Biden, end quote. What are you pleased with? What did he do?
He touched him. His soul. He touched his soul.
Is that what it was?
That's what it was. Yeah, he touched his soul.
Oh, okay. If you say so.
It goes back to the idea that, once again, he's just a devout socialist. And if you want to talk about people, if you want to talk about religious nuts, devout socialist is a religious nut.
Yes. Yeah, because they follow it really close to that.
They're pretty. And the funny thing is, they're closer to the Taliban than any Southern Baptist ever will be.
Yeah, because the thing is with at least with Southern Baptists, they may interpret things wrong, or they might kind of do things a tad off. But
drums are the devil.
Well, I was gonna say, but rock and roll is the devil. But that's what I'm saying. They at least have a level of standard that they kind of try to follow and maintain. Okay,
Right. Socialists
between socialists and leftists and even the Taliban, ends justify the means, and that's what matters. And
Yep.
it's incredible.
It is indeed. That's exactly right, Liz, over there on, excuse me, not Liz, Lisa Wozniak. We've seen her. We've met her. She's a nice person.
Yes.
Over there on
That's why I'm ashamed that you didn't remember her name.
No, it's just anyway.
Glasses. We're gonna blame glasses.
I'm gonna blame my eyes. I'm dying. Lisa over there on the Facebook saying, "Where's the hashtag #PoundMeToo movement now?"
Yeah. Right. It's. I've wondered that myself.
Yeah,
I've wondered that myself.
we don't know. We just don't know.
Well, it's not advantageous anymore.
Yeah,
It doesn't do anyone any good.
yeah.
Let's see. Big Pharma Steve over Twitter. There was a local Free Will Baptist church that had a potluck and almost killed 24 people with botulism in the potato salad. Ever since working that night, I've hesitated to eat the stuff at a potluck.
Yeah, you know what?
I'm right there.
I don't
with
blame you.
I don't blame you one little bit. Because who doesn't want a little bit of botulism in their tater salad?
Right? Just saying. I'm sorry. I actually hate potato salad. Because it always like I don't know what people do to their freaking I don't know. It's like half the time the potatoes are freaking raw. And
or the worst one is the ones that are they bowl it too much and it ends up becoming like
mashed
a mush.
potatoes, mush. Yeah. And
This
so it's
yellow
like it's either
slop.
it's either you don't cook them all the way or you cook them too much and it comes slop. And then they're runny. It's runny.
Yeah.
And I hate like the whole pasta salad doesn't make sense to me either. It doesn't make sense to me. Like a pasta salad and I honestly think that those things there should be like a hot version of it because a cold pasta salad just doesn't, it doesn't do right.
No, I get,
I
kind of get that.
It's like who wants to eat cold pasta?
It depends on how it is. Now, if you get it whipped in there with like bacon bits and stuff like that, like
yeah, but like most people when they do the pasta salad, they just do like pasta salad with ranch and. They do the pasta salad, the ranch, and they cut up little tomatoes and dice it in it. No.
Yeah.
No.
It's the ones, when you start putting fruit in it, that's when I'm like, no.
Well, that's Becky. And that's one of the reasons why I don't eat the potato salad.
Damn it, Cindy!
Like, when I go to potlucks and things like that, I'm a straight carnivore most of the time.
Yeah.
I really am. Oh, look, they have little sausage balls in the barbecue sauce. I'll be eating all of those.
Thank you.
Thanks. Little smokies.
This is Defenders Live.
Yeah, I'm like a real carnivore when it comes to the potlucks. I sit there and I'm like, all right, where's all the meat? Where's the meat? I'm a Wendy's. Like, where's the beef? Where's the beef? Yeah, and specifically beef or pork because at this point I can't have anything else. And so like, yeah, I'm all for the I'll go do the meatballs and the barbecue sauce thing.
Yeah.
They do the meatballs in the barbecue sauce in the
Yeah.
crock pot. And then they did a little smokies.
Yeah,
in
they
the
do
crock
that the
pot.
same way.
Well,
yeah.
the problem is I can't have little smokies anymore.
You can't?
No.
Why?
They use mechanically separated chicken as part of their meat process. Because it's cheaper.
Oh, that sucks.
It's like I can't have frozen pizzas anymore that have meat on it.
That really sucks.
It does. Like especially cheap. If it's a cheap frozen pizza,
Like Totino's or something?
I can't have it. Like if it's got a meat, like I can only get the cheese.
ones where if it's pepperoni, they're in the little cubes.
Yeah, little cube pepperoni.
Yeah.
Like, and those are awesome, by the way. Amazing. But I can't have them because they're all chicken now. Everything's chicken.
Now, people get upset at me when it comes to those pizzas. Because, okay.
Do you turn it into a taco?
No. Well, I mean, no. No, I don't.
I used to.
I used
to go and I make little tiny personal ones, the ones that are kind of almost flat crust.
Yeah.
And I take those and I'd make them and then I'd fold it into a taco and I'd have a pizza taco.
Yeah. No, I mean, at some point you would, you always roll it. But no, I can't stand it to be cooked in the oven.
You do the microwave? Mm-hmm. I'm not going to get upset at you about that.
I can't, which is because I don't know. Because something about when it gets cooked in
it's
the
softer
oven.
In the microwave, it's softer.
Yeah, it does come out softer. But you can never catch it to make it soft enough in the oven.
Because it gets brown on the bottom and starts to crust over.
Yeah, and it turns into a cracker at that point.
Yeah, because it really does, which I'm okay with because I like thin crust pizza. Although I'm having another problem now.
You can't.
Recently.
You can't have pizza.
No, I can. But I'm having another problem recently with this stuff.
Okay.
So, like, Asian foods and stuff, and like the snacks and everything. They're all pumped full of soy most of the time.
Yes.
So
it's good for the boobage.
Kids love the Pocky.
Yes.
Kids love the Pocky, and the wife loves the Pocky.
It's good.
The Pocky stick. Yeah. Well, so I grabbed a little box because it's a little tiny. It looks like a
It's a-
cigarette box, basically.
it
a
does.
pocket. And so I grabbed, and I was eating one.
Uh-huh.
And I'd eaten like 3 or 4 of these, and I realized that like the back of my throat started to get all messed up.
Oh,
And
no.
stuff. You know?
Oh, no.
You know what one of the last ingredients is there? Soy lecithin. Lecithin. You know what that's a stabilizer.
I didn't know that.
Soy lecithin is a stabilizer. It's one of those products that you use to like it adds a slight bit of protein.
Yeah.
And 2, it stabilizes and makes it so like cookies and bread and doughs, they use soy lecithin
Okay.
as just like a
filler, basically.
a filler, almost like a baking soda sort of thing.
Yeah.
And you know, it's not quite like that, but that's kind of what they do. I can't.
Apparently you can't
Apparently I can't. Well, once again, it goes back to the peas.
Oh, yeah.
So legumes
legumes.
that aren't peanut. I can have peanut, but I can't have any other legume.
Can't have the
So,
legumes.
So no beans, no peas. Like peas are bad. For like I almost die. Small, like give me a pea, my throat.
Have the EpiPen ready.
Yeah, I know. But soybeans are part of that.
Okay.
Soybeans are part of legume.
Yeah, they're part
Family.
of the legumes.
Yeah. But I've never had a big issue with them. It's just like if in large dose, I can't deal.
Yeah.
My body says no.
It says, oh, nay, nay.
It says no. So I stayed away from it. But now it looks like I can't even have a freaking candy bar anymore because all chocolate bars
Have-
yeah, anything that's like a chocolate bar or a cookie bar or any of the, I don't eat much candy anymore anyway, but still,
Yeah.
like when I have a piece of candy, I'd rather have like chocolate.
Yeah, that's me too. I'm not like a hard
Now I'm
candy
gonna have to
fan.
stick with just
well,
like
unless it's like a caramel or a Werther's.
oh yeah, but now I'm gonna have to stick with like Lindt, which is fine and it's tasty,
but
but it's not.
bland and
Well, sometimes it is. Like you can get the flavored stuffs and like the
no, I know, but I
and all the
mean,
rest.
even if you get the flavored ones, after a while, it's just
I mean, it's really good chocolate. I'm not gonna deny that because it is good. It's just now I'm stuck with. I can't.
Oh,
go
no, I was
get, I
thinking of
can't
something
go
else.
get the cheap stuff.
I was thinking of something else.
No. I
get
can't
what
just
you're
go
saying.
get the cheap stuff.
Yeah,
you know,
you gotta
I
get-
now I'm stuck in a position to where my body says no to cheap food. Cheap manufactured processed food, my body says no to.
You're getting to a point where you may just, I don't know.
I literally have to make everything from scratch.
You're going to be on a
gonna be in
weird
that-
liquid diet.
No. I can't do liquid diets either because everybody uses like soy protein.
No.
based-
It'd be a
Like
liquid.
I'd have to make it myself.
You would have to create it and do
I'll
it
do
all
meat
in-
shakes. I will create meat. If you've never heard the song Meat Shake,
No, damn it, don't do
you should go look it up. I'm gonna make that. That's gonna be me. I'm gonna go make meat shakes and then I'm gonna sell them.
Yuck. Yuck. No, that's no, thank you.
Oh yeah. So this is from Reuters. You know, pro-Trump protesters storm into the U.S. Capitol during the clashes with police during a rally to contest the certification of the 2020 U.S. president elected. Blah 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 blah. August 20th. Today, Reuters. The FBI have found scant evidence.
Scant, you say?
Scant evidence
Okay.
that the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol was the result of an organized plot to overturn the presidential election results, according to the 4 current and former law enforcement officials. Yeah.
I'm shocked.
Shocked, you say?
I am very shocked.
Shocking, isn't it?
I find it very shocking that they didn't find anything. No linkings, no nothing.
Oh, no, I can't. By the way, Swimmer's Prep, I can't be vegan. No, I'm allergic to most things that are grown. I think.
He's allergic to food at this point.
I'm like, I can't have any fruits at all. No fruit. I have to cook. Well, I can have cooked fruits. I have to cook them.
But then they're not good.
No, I can't have any raw fruits. Raw vegetables have an issue sometimes. Like,
That's just ugh.
I can have beef and pork.
Because
And-
it's what's for dinner.
And by pork, I mean I'm starting to see issues with like pork chop like the little pork chop things.
I'm telling you, dude, you're gonna be hooked up like to have some kind of like
I don't know what the hell's going
an
on.
IV
with me.
drip of something.
I
that
think there's
just-
something like I think there's actually something in my body that's just like slowly rejecting all foods.
Yes,
I need to go.
you're dying.
Yeah, I need to go to the doctor and be like, Doc.
What are you talking about, Doc?
What are you talking about, Doc?
Can't do that.
I
voice.
know.
I wish I could.
No, I can't do it either, but that's okay. Though federal officials have arrested more than 570 allegedly participants, the FBI at this point believes that the violence was not centrally coordinated at all by far-right groups or prominent supporters of then-President Donald Trump, according to sources who have been either directly or involved or indirectly or briefly or briefed on the subject regularly with wide-ranging investigations.
You don't say. Color me shocked.
Yeah.
Color me shocked.
Yeah, quote, 90 to 95% of these are all one-off cases.
Okay.
That was said of the former senior law enforcement official with knowledge to the investigation. Then you have 5%, maybe 5% of these militia groups that are more closely organized, but there's no grand scheme with Roger Stone and Alex Jones and all of the people to storm the Capitol and take hostages.
No, we kind of knew that.
Yeah, that wasn't the thing.
We knew that.
Yeah, so the FBI has now come out and said that the January 6th thing that happened wasn't a giant planned event. It was just a bunch of people that got together and things got out of hand.
It was a peaceful protest.
It was actually more peaceful than any other peaceful protest that happened in the following year.
It was a peaceful protest.
Previous year,
Like, I
excuse
don't
me.
understand what the problem is.
Yeah, it was a peaceful protest. There was very few people that actually did anything violent.
It was a peaceful protest. I don't know what the issue is.
I have no idea.
I don't get it.
Peacefully protest. It's all peaceful protesting.
I mean, it works for Black Lives Matter and, all them other weirdos that were raising ever holy hell with George Floyd and everything else. So,
Yeah.
why not?
Yeah.
I mean, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Am I right?
All right.
Just saying.
The nice Husseini over there on the Twitters, listening to Stephen Airy describe all the foods he can't eat while I'm eating my $1 hamburger at BK.
There you go.
You know what? That's okay. I applaud you, sir. I also do not eat Burger King.
Yeah,
I don't eat it. That is a personal choice, though. It's not because,
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it either. Not even a little bit.
yeah, not even a thing. It's not there.
Yeah.
No, none of it. No.
Let's see here. So, bringing it a little bit closer to home.
A little closer to home, you say?
Yeah, I'm not thrilled about this at all either. Wake County, which is the capital, the county around the capital, which is Raleigh, North Carolina, kind of the big wig next to Charlotte and everything. But
that little thing. Wait.
Wake
What?
County,
What?
they say
Next to Charlotte?
Yeah, next to Charlotte.
What are we talking about? That's the Queen City.
Yeah,
It's not the King
Yeah,
City.
Mecklenburg County and Wake County are the two top bigwigs. Well, next to Catawba, where Asheville is. Those three are the ones that run the state. And then we're about to tell you why. Because Wake County, along with 5 municipalities, now have a mask mandate in effect. The mandate began this morning at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
I found that out when I went to Walmart.
And they were forcing you to put a mask on?
Right there in front of the door, of like big old sign at the top of the door, it says that according to the state, it's a trick. See, here's what got me.
Yeah.
So it says it's a state and local,
Yeah.
whatever BS thing they had over.
Local
It was over, and it
municipal.
was over both doors.
State mandate.
It was over both doors. So I'm like, all right, whatever. And then I saw this where, and I'll explain where I got a little hung up on this here in a moment.
Sure, yeah.
But the Wake County Board of Commissioners Chairman Matt Calabaria signed an emergency declaration on Wednesday afternoon to put the mandate in place.
Yeah.
Jackasses. Quote, under Wake County's state of emergency, this mask mandate requires people, regardless of vaccination status, to wear a mask covering when they're inside public places such as grocery stores, restaurants, and retail shops.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Is it really a state of emergency when it's been like this for a year and a half?
Sure it is. Why would it be?
It's a state of emergency is a temporary state.
It is.
Temporary status.
Define temporary.
For me, if we're talking about a state, like a status for a state, maybe.
Yeah.
Statewide, less than a month. Temporary state of emergency.
Okay.
There's no continuous state of emergency. If you can't figure out the issue within a month, then you don't belong in the government taking control of these things.
Yeah. The funny part about this is they even throw it in there regardless of the vaccination status. So all these people who've busted their hump to get vaccinated.
Yeah. That's because most people that are getting infected right now have their vaccine.
I know, isn't that weird? The mandate applies to the incorporated areas of Wake County, as well as towns of Garner, Knightdale, Morrisville, Roseville, and Zebulon. Okay? I think everybody needs to have on masks at this point because we need to protect our children and our elderly.
Wait, what? Sorry?
We need to protect our children and our elderly.
No.
That's what I said.
Yeah?
Okay.
Wait.
Huh? You don't believe that we should protect our children and our elderly?
Okay, so our children...
And our elderly.
Okay, well, let's separate them out just for a second. Our children who are suddenly getting infected. No idea why. Suddenly getting infected out of nowhere, by the way. Mind you, before school started, and now school started, and it's the infection rate, who aren't actually getting sick. They're just showing the signs that they have the antibodies in their system.
Yeah.
They're showing positive results of having it in their system.
Weird how
they're not showing that they actually have symptoms.
Yeah. Weird, isn't it?
They're coming up positive without symptoms. So they're fine.
Yeah.
There's no reason to worry about our children dying of this. And out of the population density, it is like zero. The total combined right now is, generally speaking, 0.1 who actually die out of 100,000 population.
Yeah. That was, but anyway, the weirdo that said all that is Shay Holmes Murphy of Apex.
Who?
Shay Holmes Murphy.
Okay, I don't know you.
I don't know them either. But
she's concerned because she has both in her household.
Has both what? Elderly and children?
Yeah.
So what?
I don't care.
What does that have to do with anything?
Okay, now let's go back to elderly. All right, so let's go to elderly. Okay?
What do we not have up right now?
What do you mean? Oh, we should. Yeah, we should have it up. I'm sorry. I got into the
I constantly am reminding you.
I got into the story. I'm sorry. I should have brought it up and be there. Okay. So let's go to the elderly, right? Why don't we?
Let's go to the elderly.
Let's go to the things and stuff and the stuff and things.
Anyway, she thinks that everybody should mask up. The mayors or town councils in each of the municipalities indicated ahead of time that they would sign the county's declaration. Quote, well, honestly, I don't know. I didn't know they were optional. I thought it was all of Wake County. So that's kind of confusing. That according to another lady out of Apex. Apex, if you haven't lived here, if you don't know what the hell we're talking about.
Apex is a very small community.
But they're part of another town of Cary, and they're all very snooty.
Very snooty, yes.
Very snooty.
Very, very snooty. Mm-hmm.
They very much think that,
they know everything.
The sun rises and sets with them,
and that's their own fault.
Yeah, anyway, a total 83% of the county is now covered by mask mandates. The city here's the funny part. Now remember, I was naming everything through. I kept referring to the town of Apex.
Yeah.
The town of Apex, Holly Springs, Wake Forest, Wendell, and Fuquay-Varina are not participating in the county-wide mandate.
So they don't need it.
So all the people bitching about it
that are in Apex
don't have to do it.
You don't have to worry about it. I don't either.
I don't either.
I'm not. I don't. Okay.
I wouldn't go it anyway, but
yeah,
I'm just saying.
Let's go back to the chart. Go into the chart. All right. Go into the chart. 814. Here's the infection rate.
Okay.
Infection rates. You can read it on the screen. Infection rates going down. 83 out of 100,000 from 0 to 4. 129 out of 100,000.
Now, again, the infection rate.
That's the infection rate.
That's not them actually, like, sick.
That's just getting, that
could
showing
be asymptomatic.
positive.
That's positive.
Showing positive test. That's it. It's showing positive test. It has nothing to do with being sick.
Yeah. The reason I was giggling, though, about the whole thing with the mandate thing and I found this out after, going back.
Yeah.
Remember I said I went to Walmart?
Yeah.
I was in Wake Forest.
Yeah.
And they had the signs over the door. It says,
Yeah.
we're going by state and local thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Wake Forest isn't participating. So I could have walked in there anyway, and there isn't a damn thing they could have done.
Right. It's Wake County, but it's not Wake
But they
Forest.
don't know that. But people are all messing with it because they think, oh, well, this is part of it. No.
Literally, it's just a giant cluster.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and here's the death tolls. Once again, the death rate
As of the 14th.
as of the 14th for the virus, for that count. And, it's obviously it's not cumulative. It's just in that week span time, right? So here we are, right here. Basically no one. Basically no one died.
The number is
0. Yeah, 0.001 out of 100,000 for 0 to 4-year-olds, and that is I won't. Once again, those cases are weird because it's one. More than likely, they had other problems. Like on all of these, more than likely, it wasn't just COVID that killed them. They had other issues. They had other problems. They had other respiratory issues. They had other things going on in their life. And they died with COVID in their system.
Yeah.
So it's complications of COVID? Sure.
Yeah.
And that's what they're counting.
Yep. Another little funny tidbit.
Right. What's that?
So everybody's trying to say, oh, it's the new Delta variant that's so deadly.
We've talked about this.
It's gotten worse. It makes things worse.
Makes it all worse.
You know that when viruses mutate, they don't get worse. They don't get worse. They change attributes.
Right.
Maybe they might go from, being waterborne to airborne. They might go from
They might you might be transmissible in different ways.
Yeah, the way they transmit, some of the symptoms might be,
different.
Might be, yeah, it might have, it might be more of a respiratory thing this time around, and next time it's more of, I don't know, whatever.
And in this case,
but they don't get worse.
It just became more infectious.
It just changes. No, it can't. They don't.
They don't.
It just changes.
It changes how it infects.
It's literally like, here is a pot of stuff, and it's right now it's this much is going here and this much is going here, and then when it mutates, it's now going to pull it all back and throw this much over here, but not as much here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It changes it that way. It doesn't get worse.
And the problem is, people are actually not seeing heavy symptoms.
No.
They're not seeing heavy symptoms anymore. It's more infectious, but less problematic.
It's always infectious.
Well, everything's infectious. But once again, this is a virus that, oh gosh, everybody's getting infected. Okay. Yeah. That's actually not a bad thing when you're getting a lesser version of it.
Kind of builds your immune system.
And then you won't get sick from the worst one.
But there is no worse one.
There is no worse one.
The worst one was the original.
Yeah, the original was the worst one. Apparently, it's not. And once again, when things mutate naturally, it's because of a loss of information.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
it never gets worse.
It's never an addition. It's always a loss. I blame one thing for this.
What's that?
There was a game, and it was on your phone. And I can't Plague. Mm-hmm. That's it. There was a game Plague on our phones. And everybody that played the game Plague knows that you start out and you're trying to infect the entire world with a virus.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. So you start out as something that's innocuous.
Yeah.
Something easy, nothing, whatever. But slowly and gradually have to increase the plague until everybody's infected. And that's how you win.
Yeah.
You win the game by killing everybody.
Yes. That's how that works.
That's the plague. So with that game, everybody's gotten the wrong idea about viruses and how they spread.
Yeah. Well, that, and again, we've been lied to
All the time.
from the beginning.
Yeah.
Not anything about this has been honest. Not any of this has been accurately and shared and true. And then we're supposed to just eat it up and be like, oh yeah, no, everything's fine. Yeah. According to, here's the other funny part is that the mandate is in effect until November 1st.
Yeah, bullshit. Gone.
Unless the emergency declaration is rescinded before then.
Yeah. I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah. So there you go.
Unless you're paying me to work, I'm not wearing a mask.
Yeah.
And even at that point, I'm going to be pissy about it.
It's a little, yeah, but I'm saying the whole thing is just, it's really stupid because the masks don't help. They even admit that it's like, oh, you're infectious. You may have the vaccine, but you still can get it and blah, 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 blah. But wear the mask anyway. Even though that we've learned from the very beginning, long time ago, that you have to have, what is it, the M93 or whatever, actual certain
95.
mask, whatever.
95. Yeah,
95.
95, yeah.
You have
And
to
even
have-
then, it doesn't really work.
Yeah, like it's microscopic. It goes.
Your surgical paper mask, which is made specifically just to make sure you don't snot on people when you cut them open,
Yeah, doesn't work.
doesn't work. Your shirt that you've turned into a face mask or your double-layered cloth mask doesn't work.
No. The thing
Your half-ventilated mask
The thing
that has
you-
the one little thing on the side to make it easier for airflow doesn't work.
yeah, the thing that you bought at
The logo
gas station
pattern
or whatever.
the logoed pattern face mask on your face that you bought at a gas station doesn't work.
doesn't work at all. It doesn't.
It's not there.
So
None of it works.
just saying. Nice you say knee over on Twitter. Are they snooty or snotty?
Both.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes is the answer.
Meat Shake Slug over on Twitter. If there's no conspiracy, why were all those patriots sitting in jail in D.C.?
Oh, it's not a conspiracy against the government. It's a conspiracy of the government.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Peakful Snarky Jackal over on Twitter. Viruses need to replicate. It's their reason for being. If the virus kills its host, it can't replicate. Viruses mutate to be less deadly and more contagious. And that's the thing. Again, it's people are not dying any less.
Any what?
It-
They're dying less from that virus.
yeah, but I'm saying nobody else is. You know what I mean? Like it used to be this big deal, and like I said, now we're at this spot where no, it's not the they're just getting sick now. We're just getting sick, and we don't want to be getting sick because we don't.
You're gonna get sick.
No, we shouldn't get sick.
You're going to get sick.
No, I don't want to get sick.
You're going to get sick.
But I don't want to get sick.
Then have more vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc.
Yeah.
Take more of it. And then you won't really get sick.
Yeah.
If your body can't keep you healthy, then you need to supplement it.
Swedman's Prime over on Twitter. Considering the current makeup of the NC General Assembly, it really pisses me off that we haven't stripped the governor of his emergency powers yet.
Yeah,
I could,
we're gonna have a.
We could tell you some stories
There's
as to
some
why.
inside baseball there,
Dude, let's just say that there's a lot of.
oh my gosh!
Let's just say that those folks that you think are all wonderfully stacked in the assembly.
We're gonna do this. Hands, touching hands, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Anyway.
Yeah, no, it just saying that those guys that you think that are so awesome are
Not
awesome.
They're not.
Not even a
It doesn't make any. No, they make no difference.
No. It all needs to be redone.
Everything.
Sadly, but
Burn
surely.
it all down. Make it again.
Yep. But you know what we need to have now is some more American Pride Roasters coffee.
Well, yeah, that way we can fuel ourselves for the next hour.
I know. Because it is historically great coffee.
It is guaranteed to make you swallow every time you put it in your mouth.
Every single time you put it in your mouth. Go to AmericanPrideRoasters.com. That's AmericanPrideRoasters.com. Go to our website, DOAEshow.com.
Yeah.
DOAEshow.com. You can check out the archive. You can get something off the shop. You can go to the Dear Defenders page if you have an existential quandary that is just plaguing you.
On Fridays, we'll go over it.
Drop a line. We'll go over it and give you the best advice that we possibly can. All of that at DOAEshow.com. You can go to Mojo50.com. Check out the other awesome hosts and shows over there.
Yes.
iHeartRadio, Mojo50 as well. Follow us on all the social medias at DOAE Show. Use the hashtag ArmYourselves. Get your tweets in. We got a whole nother hour. We'll be right back.
You guys had me at burn it all down. It's not a conspiracy.
Tegru, if I wore my first suit at the grocery store, people would stay far enough away from me to be safe. That's true, too.
Yeah. By the way, who doesn't love those penguins?
Oh, I love them.
Those guys are awesome.
I'm upset that you can't watch them anymore.
Right?
Because they used to be on Hulu, and they're not there no more. I think it was better than the Madagascar show, yeah.
Yeah, the actual movies?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was definitely better. Because they had the king and everybody. Oh, yeah.
Stand down, Kowalski.
Kaboom. It's the one thing that guy says.
Pardon me, Private. Shh. You, sit up. I don't know where the hell you think you are.
Skip, scap, scoodly dooby dooby da ba wow. Yeah.
Anyway.
Right.
You can do it.
Yes.
Yes,
we can.
you can.
We can. We can do it.
I seen me do it.
He's done it
I seen me do it.
all the time.
Then I saw her face.
Damn it, Bobby.
Then I saw her face. Damn it, Bobby.
No, I'm a believer.
Without a trace of doubt in my mind.
Coming up.
You know.
No, you can't do that, guy.
I know, but
And then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer.
Without a trace of doubt in my mind, I'm in love.
Oh, I'm a believer. I couldn't leave her if I tried.
That's the last train to Clarksville. I'll meet you at the station.
The heck, man?
Sweet Caroline. Bum, bum, bum.
Good times never felt so good.
I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I get up when I'm bleeding, really breathing. I'll never back down.
This is the collision of common sense and comedy. This is Defenders Live.
I'll never back down. Thought I was 6 feet under.
Hey, the Christopher Walken wasn't that bad today.
Huh?
That wasn't that bad tonight. The Christopher Walken wasn't that bad. Sometimes my Christopher Walken's really bad.
No, I mean,
Sometimes it gets really bad, but that wasn't too bad.
no, yours is more. You're better off. You're more often than not. You got it right. So. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. You have moments.
I have moments where it just like
Where he
blends
sounds
into
like-
something really weird.
Yeah.
It goes really off the rails.
It drifts or it
Yeah, something happens.
sounds
there,
like he's having an epileptic seizure. But
but sometimes I mix a little bit too much Bill Cosby into it. So,
yeah.
but I mean,
If Christopher Walken suddenly morphed into Little Richard,
that'd be awesome.
It's about the way it goes.
Yeah, that'd be good. Oh, yeah, if you guys don't actually watch the show, you miss all the weird stuff.
I'm really beginning to think, and I keep talking and seeing this. There's stuff that keeps being mentioned.
That we should have an OnlyFans
Well, no, we're
Of the
gonna
show?
do that too. But what I'm thinking of,
because that keeps on coming up again and again and again.
I know, I think it's more of a joke because it was
No,
all
no.
dirty pictures. But now that there's not going to be dirty pictures, I don't think.
Let's not make it a joke.
No. That's what I'm saying. Like I can't not make things a joke.
Yeah, turn jokes into reality. That's what we do.
So but I'm wondering though if we shouldn't because we've been trying to find a way to help with subscribers and things like that.
Yeah.
And people who help support the show and things like that. Help grow that up and grow the audience. I wonder if we shouldn't have 30 minutes. I want to take 30 minutes a week, and just you and me just sit back,
And just be
dumb, just be us.
That's our normal
Yeah,
self.
but I'm
what are you
saying
talking about.
But I'm saying outside of trying to talk about this.
Oh, not talking about anything.
Like-
so, like going on one
Car
of our
rides.
rants. Like car ride junk.
like car ride,
junk.
like car ride us, or in
Because
between
that is a
break
very
us.
big difference.
No, I know. But I'm just saying.
It's not really, but it is.
something along those lines. Like that's where I'm at.
Oh yeah. Well, those are kind of spur of the moment too.
I know, but I mean, if we just
If we can plan
Turn
that
it
out,
on
that'd be a
and
little
sit
bit.
down.
Yeah, we'd have to learn how to turn that on just in a snap.
I can.
Oh yeah, I know. And as long as you run, I can run. That's fine.
Well, I don't run. You know that. I don't.
There's no running here.
Those days are far behind me,
Long gone.
and it's not even that
high
necessarily.
impact on the knees.
It's not. It's not. I was gonna say it's not even that I necessarily can't. I mean, it hurts. Don't get me wrong, but it's not. It's not that I can't. I'm too damn lazy now, and I don't want to anymore.
Yeah.
I just don't. It's like no, I'm good. What? I'm never going to be able to. I'm
Aw.
fine.
Sweatupus Prime over there on the Twitters. The whole at DOA show is a joke. Or have you guys been lying to me all this time? Just remember, when YouTube starts banning people, they went to Pornhub. Pornhub doesn't ban ideas.
That is actually true.
It's really true. Funny enough.
I don't know. I mean, how comfortable would anybody be?
Go to Pornhub to watch DOA show.
www.pornhub.com/DOAE show. Watch us live. I don't
Watch
think-
us live, unfiltered.
I just like your mama. Wish we hadn't. I don't know how that would work. I
that's not
really
good.
don't. No, I know, but
That doesn't even sound good.
no, it doesn't. But it's funny
Ew.
as hell.
Ew. Oh. We'll just throw up random pictures of Izzo.
Ew. Yeah. No. Dear God. No. That could be in post production. I'm not.
No, you don't have to be there for that one. I just throw it in there just to,
Not going to
mess
be a
with
part
people's
of that.
minds, you know?
Take a look at this.
Come on, knock on my door. Anyway, so a naked body,
Durka jihad.
speaking of, naked body of a high-end escort was stuffed into a 55-gallon drum in New York City and dumped in New Jersey. That wasn't a joke.
Oh, it wasn't?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That wasn't a joke.
I thought that was a joke.
No, that's not a joke.
That sounds like something that, somebody would say as a joke.
Yeah, no, the grim discovery was made on the morning of August 13th. In Ridgefield Park, residents spotted a large plastic container in the street of Hobart Street.
Hobart.
Noticed a foul smell coming from it, and they
He didn't think it was a river?
didn't think it was a river, so they called the police. Surveillance video. Because they went and tracked it back.
Of course.
Because it's a 55-gallon drum.
It's kind of, it stands out.
It kind of does. It's not something. It's not inconspicuous. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's kind of there.
So they decided to track it back using all their high-end video equipment and everything, all the cameras all over New York City and New Jersey and all of that. And surveillance video shows that the barrel was carted out of a 95 Wall Street. 95 Wall Street.
Wall Street.
Wall Street.
Ah.
Yeah. It's a high-end apartment building in the financial district.
Well,
It's Wall Street.
I was saying everyone knows where Wall Street is.
Yeah. And loaded into a U-Haul van.
Huh.
Around 10:45 p.m. the night prior.
Weird.
Yeah, security guards at the building questioned the drum, questioned the person as they were rolling out the drum, But the man who took it out said that he was moving and was later seen rolling it out into on a luggage rack. He's moving.
Yeah, but I'm
Moving?
but who inside of anywhere of well, anywhere, now that I think about it.
Anywhere.
Who moves
Using a 55-gallon drum.
55-gallon drum? Now, granted,
Do you have that much liquid in there? What's going on?
well, and I'm not even saying just that, but I'm talking about from the angle of and then you're also talking about Wall Street. Who moves
With a 55-gallon drum.
55-gallon drum? It doesn't work that way.
He also rented a U-Haul for this.
Well, of course, you don't want your own crap in it.
Yeah, the woman was later identified. She was apparently 42 years old.
That's sad.
That's what she looked like.
Okay.
Not really that great.
Well, I mean,
it's
hooker.
okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. She was caught on surveillance video entering the building that night with the man,
Okay.
who had been identified by investigators according to sources. The building, which is converted office spaces, rents out apartments on Airbnb.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. On Thursday, the building residents who lived in the 22nd floor said police knocked down his neighbor's door at about 11 a.m. and have focused their investigation on that unit.
They came and knocked on his door.
Come and knock on my door. Occupied by two men in their 20s.
Okay.
Yeah. Police are still up there. This is a quote. Police are still up there looking for the two guys, the resident said. To the Post.
We don't know where they are. It's not like it's a really big city or anything.
Right. Yeah. Quote, I know them. I see them all the time.
Well, not here lately.
Not lately, but I've seen them before. The police have asked me if I smelled anything funny. That from another person.
You're in New York.
You smell a lot of funny
There's
things.
a lot of funny things you smell in New York.
Yeah. Quote, but the two men smoked pot 24/7.
Oh.
I just smelled pot and bad air fresheners. I didn't smell anything out of the ordinary.
Gross.
Ew, nasty. They were cool looking young guys,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You just wouldn't think anything of them. They were cool, fresh bachelors in New York.
Right. Sure.
Right. Anyway, the investigation is still currently underway, trying to find the two people and all the rest of it and everything included. But yeah. How do you think that you're going to get away? Like, it's upscale, it's Manhattan. Okay?
Yeah.
You're in the financial district of Manhattan. I get it that it's converted office space into apartments and yada yada.
But Yeah,
You're an upscale man. There is no such thing as getting a 55-gallon drum on the, like, offhand.
It's a little weird.
Like, what are you going to... You went to the docks and found some guy and got a clean 55-gallon drum?
I've got a 55-gallon drum guy.
I've got a guy.
I got a drum guy.
I know a guy. Like, what? How did you get a... How? What did you do? Did you go to Amazon and just, like, look up 55-gallon drums and get it shipped on, on the Amazon local? Like, Amazon local?
Pretty much how it happened.
That had to have been how it happened. Like, where do you get one? That short, like, it's the same night. You planned this. This had to be completely planned. The same night that the woman came to your place, she was dead, carried out in a barrel.
Yep. But, hey. Like I said, he's got a drum guy, and that's all that matters.
And I don't mean a percussionist.
Yeah.
He's also got a beater.
Ew.
No, like a bruiser.
Like an egg beater.
Like a bruiser.
Oh.
Yeah.
Still you.
Ew. Still in New York. A proof of vaccination mandate in New York requires that certain establishments to make people furnish proof that they've received one of the COVID shots. That whole thing. The jab. Got to get a jab.
Yeah.
Yeah. In addition to showing your vaccination card, they also require your proof of ID.
I'm sorry, what? You said, it sounded like you said ID.
Yeah,
They want to see their ID.
ID, yeah. Your ID. They got to make sure and validate that your vaccination card has the same name as you.
But they don't want you to show your ID when you vote. Because
Well, of course not. That's voter
racist.
fraud. That's racist voter fraud.
That's voter suppression.
Voter suppression, yeah. That's
Suppression.
racist voter suppression to have to show a form of ID at the ballot box to prove that you are you.
But forcing me to show my
ID.
vaccination card that I'm personally not having and my ID
At the same time.
at the same time.
To show that your vaccination card matches your name.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That's fine.
That's okay.
That's no problem, yeah.
But when it comes to the election of our officials, our government officials, the people who, we've entrusted to run, things for us, that one, no, we're just being racist and shouldn't.
Yeah, that's just you being racist.
No.
You racist.
I'm a racist who races.
Racist. Bill de Blasio said, I hereby order that our covered entity shall not permit a patron, full or part-time employee, intern, volunteer, or contractor to enter a covered premises without displaying proof of vaccination and identification bearing the same identifying information as proof of vaccination.
Why is there not a mass exodus out of New York City?
There is.
No. I'm talking massive.
There's been a slow dwindle, actually.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about slow dwindles and no. I'm talking massive. I'm talking
everybody. You're talking about Mexico coming to America.
what? Yes,
You're talking about southern border-ish.
Close and
Mass exodus.
All of a sudden, you see literally about at least a fifth of the city just pack their junk and walk out at one time. Why isn't that happening?
Because they voted for it.
Not all of them. That's why I said at least a fifth.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so stupid.
It's New York, man. They can't get out. It's one of those you're trapped in New York when you get to New York. You get there and you get stuck.
New York bull hockey.
Like people feel stuck.
And I get I can understand it to a point, but
Bull
no, you can go anywhere you want to. Yeah, it might be a tough go at it.
And you know what?
For a little bit.
You're probably not going to make as much, but you also don't have to pay as much if you leave.
Yeah, you don't have to put up with the BS. I don't understand. There's always someplace better if you just, leave.
Yeah.
I get you're happy and you're content and blah, 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 but
but you're not happy and you're not content.
No.
You want to know how I know? Because everybody in New York is considered assholes. Yeah. Not that they are. It's just the idea of going to New York and dealing with people means the idea of going and getting berated all the time.
But you don't usually get berated.
You
Let's just
don't,
be
but
fair,
I mean, come on. Ghostbusters.
But that was character.
I'm sorry. What was that? Vigo? The guy that just...
Oh, yeah.
He fed off the anger and evil inside of New York and became this giant evil thing. Yeah, that's not a joke.
Yeah, I know. I know. Let's see here. I lost my thing.
You lost your things.
Yeah, Sweatimus Prime over on Twitter. I would consider it just as racist since the vast majority of the unvaxxed are minorities, but what do I know?
Yeah, well, that would also be true.
I know, isn't that kind of...
It would be true, yes.
Isn't that weird?
Yes. It's so weird, yeah.
So weird.
Yeah, continuing on. Identification means an official document bearing the name of individuals in a photo and or date of birth.
Wow. So they actually have to go through and they're talking down to people now.
Yeah. Examples of acceptable identification include, but are not included to driver's licenses, non-driver government
Included,
IDs.
but not limited to.
Yeah. Non-driver ID cards, ID NYC cards, passports, and school IDs.
Oh, good. Well, now that I know.
Now you know. Yeah, New York City's new vaccination screening program for indoor dining, etc., requires that you show proof of VAX and ID. New York City Councilman Max Levine tweeted.
Words are hard.
Yeah, sometimes. Sorry. Vigo the Carpathian.
Yeah.
That's right. If you have an ID, don't forget to bring it. If you need an ID, get the city's ID NYC card because it's easier.
But don't worry. When it comes time to vote, you don't need that.
It's available to all, including undocumented peoples. The ID NYC. You don't have to be legal to get that card.
No.
You can just get it. That's what he said.
No, I
You
mean,
just get it.
Why
Just go
would-
get one.
Just saying.
Go get a card that has your name on it and your picture.
And it has NYC
Nothing.
on it.
Yeah, ID NYC. That's it. And it's
But again, don't worry about
yeah.
elections that actually have consequences on people's lives.
Right, yeah. Well, according to New York City Board of Elections here, registered voters do not need to show voter ID unless they do not provide identification with their registration.
So hold on. Read that again slowly.
Okay. According to New York City Board of Elections there, registered voters do not need to show ID to vote unless they did not provide identification with their registration.
Okay. So, you mean to tell me you're registering people without showing their ID?
Yep.
Huh.
Registering folks without showing their ID. And then they can have an ID made with that name.
Yeah, because that's totally legit.
Too legit to quit.
I don't understand. See, and this is the kind of stuff that people they literally will do this and think, oh no, we're doing the world a great favor. We're saving our city and our town and our country. We're doing such a fine job here. Completely missing the irony.
No, you're not.
Completely missing the hypocrisy of it. No, we're going to expect you to go. If you want to go into a restaurant in Lower Manhattan, you would better have your Vax card and you'd better have your ID or you don't go in. Oh, and your mask, by the way.
Oh, you got to have your
mask. If you don't have those three things, you don't get to get in. Yeah. You don't get to participate. You don't get to do anything. However, when it comes to electing people who will be responsible for voting on laws and basically trying to, govern in, a place for
things
you.
And stuff
and things.
Right.
No, that one, no. You don't need to have voter registration. You don't need to have ID for any of that stuff because if you push for something like that, that's racist.
Completely.
And how dare you rat dirty bastard.
You dirty rat. You killed my father.
Wow, 2 different movies in one.
Yeah, you're right. I did it on purpose.
Not even the same guy.
I know. It's the same voice though. What a great.
Oh, excuse me.
Anyway,
So the U.S. Department of Defense has restricted its evacuation of American personnel and Afghan civilians who worked for the U.S.'s forces in Kabul's Hamid Karzai. I knew what I was saying, but for some reason it was trying to come out something
words
weird.
are hard.
Internet, well, especially Arabic.
Yeah.
International Airport. There's a report that the U.S. government is, quote, counting on the Taliban to help Americans and Afghans get access to the airport.
I've been hearing this all day.
Just
I'm not. No. Just, I've been hearing about this all day. Like anybody that talks about how people are trying to get to the airport or whatever, they're saying that they're having to rely on the Taliban.
Taliban.
You're having to rely on terrorists.
Does whatever the Taliban can. Yeah,
The terrorist organization.
You're hoping the terrorists don't kill these people.
All you can do is hope and pray that they don't kill them as they keep them from coming in.
Because that works out really well, doesn't
Sure, that's awesome.
it? Does fantastic.
So great.
Let's see. At the same time, the British, German, and French special forces are going into the city of Kabul, and they're rescuing their people.
They're just taking them out.
They're going in, snatching them, and
come here.
Para Francais. Let's go.
Parlez-vous français?
That's it. I knew I was missing something there.
Yeah.
I don't do the French.
That's okay.
Screw the French.
Spot of tea. Everybody runs.
Pardon me. You look like you could use a biscuit.
Sir!
There have been some chaotic scenes at the Hamid Karzai International Airport ever since the Taliban captured Kabul. The U.S. Embassy in Afghanistan has instructed American citizens to go to the Kabul airport to evacuate the country. However, the U.S. Embassy in Afghanistan has also warned that the United States government cannot ensure safe passage to the Hamid Karzai International Airport. So,
go and try not to die.
beep, 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 beep. Ladies and gentlemen and everyone across the sea. Okay. That's what it is. This is a public warning for everyone here in Afghanistan as an American citizen. You've got to get to the airport. Go now to the airport. Oh, sidebar.
We can't save you.
We can't make sure that you're going to get there okay or that we're even going to get you out of there. Just get there and we'll do what we can.
Eventually, one day. We're going to pass some names. We're going to pass a list of names of people that we know are here. We're going to pass it to the Taliban, and hopefully they can read English because whatever. And then, if you can possibly get through their barricades, which is like 3 deep, by the way.
And hopefully you don't get raped or murdered.
3 to 7 different layers of barricading that they have there outside of the airport.
Yeah. And again, hopefully you don't die or
get raped or killed
or anything
or whatever
like
else
that.
because the Taliban's just standing there. And, in the meantime, maybe we'll be able to take you out of there eventually, because we have a small section of the airport. It's still ours. Small section's still ours.
Yeah.
So we're there. We're there. Oh, and by the way, we're going to keep about 6,000 military troops there because we just sent them back in.
To do what?
To rescue, obviously.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did.
No, that's no.
I mean, yeah, that's what they did. Supposedly, they sent allegedly. They sent 6,000 troops, the 84th, to go and mitigate.
So bad.
Potentially mitigate the problem, but they can't. And the moment, okay,
because the hole is too big.
You guys don't get.
Which sounds way worse than what I meant.
Yeah, right. Does does our government not understand? You gave them anti-aircraft missiles,
among other things,
rocket launchers, jets, helicopters, ammunition for years. They could at any time they could just start shooting down those planes.
I was going to say, they could wipe that airport off the map right now.
They wouldn't care.
And it wouldn't, and not miss a beat.
This is all just to get them into place so that they could be assuredly say that, yeah, well, we are the seat of power here.
Sure. And
We're falling straight for the trap.
Aren't we always?
That's it.
Dun, 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 dun.
See, the funny thing is, anytime I hear Vigo now, I think of Mortensen
Yeah,
instead of the Carpathian.
I know. I think that too. I will give you my bow.
You will have my sword.
You'll have my sword. There's that one part where his voice goes completely weird
Yeah.
in the first one.
Yeah. It's very awkward. But that's fine. Oh,
That sounded good.
that felt really good. I didn't think it was going to pop like that.
Do 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 do. Telling you, we need to take this show on the road.
If I could ever stop myself from laughing, it'd be
I know.
good, right?
This is Defenders Live.
Sweatimus Prime over there on the Twitters. That felt really good. I don't think I was gonna poop like that.
I didn't think it was gonna pop like that.
Not poop. That's poop. It
No.
shouldn't. No, that's what it is.
It says pop.
I know it says pop, but now it's poop because that's what I said.
Well, that's not what.
I know, and I get the reference. I get it. I'm just.
It's canon now. It has to.
Now
be
it has to stay that way. So I'm sorry. This is now. Now you have to go edit your tweet. Because I read it wrong.
And you can't.
Now you have to edit your tweet now because I read it wrong. So that's it. This is how we're gonna work this now. If I read it wrong now, I'm just gonna tell you to edit it later.
There should be so many tweets now we can't like or do anything because it's
gonna re-edit.
It's gonna be like, I can't remember which one's right.
Right? Yeah.
So anyway, Vice President Kamala Harris
Camel toe herself.
saw even worsening favorability in a new poll as the Biden administration continued to get battered over the debacle in Afghanistan.
I have never heard of anything more funny because of Kamala Harris having low favorability on a poll.
Well, you know she is getting up in age.
That's it.
So
It's,
I'm just saying. It's,
gravity.
that's, well, I'm just saying she's not a spring chicken.
You know.
There's not as much giddy up in her step as it used to
Boom,
be.
pump a mau mau.
Yeah. The Rasmussen.
He did it.
Oh, he did. I see it come across the thing. He changed it. He changed it. Congratulations.
Thank you. That's awesome.
Feel better now?
I do. I feel really good.
Rasmussen poll released on Thursday showed the majority of Americans, which is 55%, said that Harris is, quote, not qualified or not at all qualified, which I'm sorry, I I don't see a difference in the two.
There's not.
Not qualified and not at all
are the same.
is pretty much the same. Actually, I would take not at all qualified means she isn't even qualified for the job she has now.
She shouldn't be in the one that she has. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's definitely a thing.
Completely different there.
Anyway.
She is not qualified or not qualified at all to assume the duties of the presidency. Alternately, only 43% of those polled said that Harris was either qualified or very qualified to be president. There's a 6% point drop in the same poll conducted in April, where 49% of the respondents said she was qualified.
So, all right. So
They are changing their tone.
They're changing their tone. So,
say whatever they want.
So after the border crisis, where she was given full responsibility to do everything that she could to mitigate the issue,
And did such a phenomenal job, by the way.
She literally did nothing.
Oof, boy. No.
Did so much
She
nothing.
was fantastic.
Yeah. So good at what she did, she was invisible.
That's how good. I mean, just
You didn't
moving
even
so
see
fast, you
her.
didn't see it.
Oh, it was so great.
But stuff was changing.
Yeah. Not at all.
Not at all.
No,
I just
it
can't think of
none
anything
that. I
that
didn't
changed.
see anything happen. And then she was given that other thing to do.
Did they? I don't remember anything else they gave her to do.
No, she hasn't been given anything else to do.
Oh,
since
okay. I was going to say.
absolutely nothing. But she was there. She was there as the very last person sitting next to the president when he made the order to go ahead and pull out.
Which is the first time she's ever helped with an order about pulling anything out.
I was going to let you hit it.
There you go. Just saying. The precipitous fall of support for Harris likely resulted in the from the humiliating collapse of Afghanistan as the Taliban took over the country from which the U.S. had once driven them out.
Yeah.
So there you go.
No, sorry. Stop.
Prior.
No, hold on.
Hold up.
Sorry.
Wait 1 minute.
Yeah. America never drove the Taliban out. We drove them into hiding.
Yeah, well, yeah.
There's a very big difference.
Yeah, they didn't leave the country. They
were still there.
They quit being active. It's kind of like Christians in China.
Yeah, they're
not
still
gone.
there.
They're not driven out. They
don't want to die.
they're not as open and obvious about it.
Right.
Because if they were driven out of the country, they wouldn't have taken over so fast.
Right.
If they were actually gone and eradicated and the whole ideology was destroyed, you could have...
It wouldn't have been 6 days or 3 days, which technically what it was 3 days.
Well, but I was going to say, you could have left all of a sudden like that, and it wouldn't have made a difference because
they couldn't have gotten together.
Nothing, yeah. It would have been gone.
It's like they knew in advance for months that this was going to happen.
It's almost like they kept hearing them talking about it.
All the time.
Every day.
And they prepared for it.
Out loud. Prior to the Afghanistan's disaster, Harris saw her net favorability turn negative in July.
No.
When more Americans said they saw her in an unfavorable light than those that had said they saw her favorably.
Well,
only 45% approved, while 47% disapproved, of a rating of a negative 2 points. Prior to that poll, she had a net equal rating of 46 approving and 46 disapproving.
Well, that's because they saw her face.
And now they're a believer.
Right.
The separate poll from July found that a majority of Americans, 55%, were pessimistic about the future of the country for the following 12 months.
Right.
The same poll found that 35% of Americans were similarly pessimistic in May. Vice President has been criticized by some for being quiet during the ongoing crisis in Afghanistan, after she has previously been very vocal about her role in making a decision that, kind of led to this whole brouhaha. The brouhaha. A scathing assessment, and the Los Angeles Times argued that Harris had to, quote unquote, own the embarrassing withdrawal of Afghanistan after trying to take the credit for the decision to leave the country.
Yeah. So I got questions.
Sure.
I got questions.
Yeah, sure.
Why is it that we can't do a
What's up with airplane food? Oh.
What's up with that? No, why is it that we can't do a recall election on the president? Why is it that we can only go through impeachment process and then let the next one step up? Because there was a time. So this is where I think it actually has happened. The original president and vice president were in competition of each other.
Yeah.
Whoever got second place became the vice president.
Yeah, that's how I remembered it. That's how I always thought happened anyway.
That's what happened originally.
No, they weren't like tag team.
No, it wasn't. No. They weren't House of Pain. You know, they just didn't do.
No, you can't say House of Pain because there were 3 of those.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There were 3 of those guys.
No, yeah, but anyway.
I know. Now I'm scrambling to think of any other two-person groups. They weren't
Milli Vanilli.
Hall & Oates.
They weren't Hall & Oates or Milli Vanilli. No, it was, and I think this is why the law is the way that it is. At the time of the law, when it was created, the law was set that, you had whoever was voted in as president got president. Whoever lost became vice president.
Yeah.
Okay? And so, if you impeached a president, you'd get the loser.
Yeah.
Whoever lost the election, you'd get as president. That makes perfect sense to me.
I like it.
It's like, okay, well, these are the 2 people that we're voting for. At least now we have a, quote, joined government, because you have everybody's included. At least the guy that's second in command is the guy that was wanted second.
Yeah, because then you have this level of, because there was a possibility that you would have a Republican president and a Democratic governor, or a vice president.
Yeah.
Then you have them working together to that's where it kind of would really work out in the end, because you had one keeping the other in check.
It would also mitigate the back and forth on the slam ads.
Yeah.
A little bit, not a lot,
Not
a little
tons,
bit,
but
not tons, but a hair, because how are you going to have somebody that as your vice president that you called a hermaphrodite or something, It would be very,
I don't know who would have done that.
I don't know. It's crazy, It's
not important, though.
That's, yeah. So this is the only office that has this, that we elect. This is the only office that has that doesn't have the option of recall. You know that, right?
I know.
The only option is impeachment.
I know. And
that's the only thing we can do to get the person out.
And impeachment thus far has not gotten anybody out.
No, it's never cut anybody out.
They impeached Clinton. And
Never
he
didn't leave.
Didn't get out. Granted, it was
they indicted him, and
there was that whole lame duck thing. But
right. They didn't get out. Technically, they impeached Trump.
That didn't happen.
That didn't really happen, but they did, but they didn't. It's like they didn't actually take it. They tried. Okay, they tried and they failed.
I don't know.
But it's okay. All right. What are you doing? Why? Now that we're in a government system where you have running mates, where you have people that are like, oh, this is my vice president. Well, no, that's not your vice president. Sorry. The vice president is the person that lost.
Yeah, I don't know when they changed that.
I don't know when it changed, but when it changed, they should have also changed the impeachment process. Because it would be a lot easier and a lot less stressful if we could just have a recall election. Honestly,
yeah.
If we could have a recall election to where we're saying, you know what, this guy really isn't working out. It's been 6 months and he's trash.
Yeah.
It's been 8 months and he's trash. It's been 2 years and it looks like the entire place is going to hell in a handbasket. Let's go ahead and elect somebody else to take over and hopefully fix this.
Yeah, but okay. I'm not disagreeing with you. I like that idea, but I can't help but go from the other side. Imagine that all that was still the way it was supposed to be.
Sure.
Okay? All that was right.
Uh-huh.
Alexa's talking.
I know. Hold on. Alexa, stop. I don't know why that happened.
Anyway.
I think all the lets.
It might be. But then take your scenario and implement it back during Trump. He wouldn't have been in office very long, especially with the crookedness that went around for this election. Okay.
Well,
but then, so my thought then goes, okay,
yes,
well, if they got rid of him that fast.
Yes and no.
If they would have let me just finish that part of it. If they got rid of him, that would have gotten rid of him that fast. Okay.
Yeah,
Which people were screaming on, July 6th or June 6th or whatever the hell it was during inauguration.
Yeah.
And all the, remember the, I don't want to, all that jazz.
Yeah.
People were doing that from the beginning, so it probably wouldn't have lasted long. So then we got a new president in. Then they would have done the same thing, and they would have gotten that person out because, you got rid of our guy, we're going to get rid of your guy. And then by the time it's all said and done, you're having an election virtually every month or every couple of months, year at the latest, trying to have I'll put a president in because the other person's got kicked out and you don't like him or we don't like him or whatever. And it'd be hard for anybody to actually stay through the whole term.
Yeah, okay, so that's one thing, right? That's one portion of it.
Yeah.
But at the same point in time, you know how few and far between recall elections actually happen.
I know.
Like, to get a recall election, you would have to have X amount of votes.
I know.
Right?
No, I know.
That would make sense, right?
No, and it does.
It would have to be, it'd basically be similar to getting an impeachment. You'd have to have X amount of votes. You'd have to have like 3/4 of the Congress or whatever else to push it in there. But still.
Yeah.
Or you'd have to have the states come out and say, we need a recall election.
Yeah.
Like, you could have representative of the states. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That say, okay, yeah, we need a recall election. This is not working.
But it would have to be, you'd have to, I don't know. I feel if done right, or not right, but done in another way, it would just turn into a giant
Cluster.
kerfuffle. Yeah.
Yeah. That's not.
And I don't want that.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't.
at the same point in time, though, it makes more sense to do it this way. Because if you don't, then you have this issue to where it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You can have a lame president as long as your vice president is also crap, and your next up is also crap.
Yeah, but then at that point,
Because you can have an impeachment,
but if you're totally
and
high,
then
if
you
you
have to have another impeachment,
and then another,
and then another impeachment,
Yeah.
and nobody's going to go through it 4 times in a row.
no, it's true. But that's what I'm saying. If you have crap upon crap on top of crap, then we're Venezuela at that point.
Okay, well, why don't we just go back to the whole point of if you lose the presidential election, you become the vice president.
That's what I'm saying. I kind of like that.
Let's go back to that. Can we go back to that? That would be preferable.
How pissed off do you think people would have been if Trump
Trump
was
became the VP?
Was
Biden's VP?
It would. I'll tell you one
He'd
thing.
be standing behind him. You're doing a terrible job. I can't believe how terrible this is. I just fixed everything, and you're over here screwing it up.
I think it would be good because they wouldn't be in such a hurry to get rid of. The only reason why they threw Biden in the first place
Was because they wanted to get
they
him out.
had some bit of popularity. Yeah, they wanted to get Trump out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if he was running, of course he was running as an incumbent, but he was running.
Yeah, but it would have been Trump Hillary presidency. Like, really?
That'd have been fantastic.
He'd have died.
That'd have been fantastic.
No, he'd have died.
I know, but that still would have. Well, no, he wouldn't.
Yes, he would have.
I still would have been.
He would have been assassinated.
Fantastic to watch.
He would have been assassinated.
The BS going on there. Would
Or
have
excuse
been
me,
fantastic
he would have
to watch.
suicided.
He'd have hung himself, jumped out of a 3-story building, walked across the street to the park, and then put
Shot
2
himself.
bullets in the head,
Yeah.
right in the back of the head. Just I don't deserve to live.
Double tap. Yeah. But think about that. Like, it would have been a Trump Hillary.
Oh, thank you, people. Snarky Jackal over on Twitter. 12th Amendment, 1804 is when they changed how the VP was chosen.
Yeah. They need to fix that back again. Because that sucks.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you're pushing the 2 best people. I say best people.
Yeah.
Popular, whatever you want to call it. If it's done and done right, it's an actual race for who's the best, not
Not just popularity.
not just
politics
because I've always hated that part because, like I said, here you go, you have, now you've elected a president, and he gets to have his vice president. Well,
who's just doing whatever he wants. It's just another person that gets a free job at that point.
but I was gonna say, yeah, if they suck, they're just doing it like in the case of this, where I'm just gonna get me a woman to do it because I'm, pandering to people.
That'll give me extra bonus points.
Exactly.
No, it has nothing.
0 qualifications, 0 actual trying out, 0 actually wanting the person to be there and right for the job. You're just going to do it because you're pandering. Now you've screwed not just, the country, but all of it
Yeah.
over. It's just, no.
Right.
Nope, no, sir. Don't do it, you dirty rat bastard.
And now for something completely different.
So remember that surge in COVID cases that happened in the Martha's Vineyard?
I do.
Yeah.
That they're not claiming was a result of Obama's birthday party.
It's now apparently wreaked havoc over the past 2 weeks.
No.
Yeah. To this point, health officials have not made the connection between the 60th birthday bash
Of
and
course
the
they
outbreak.
haven't.
But timing has not been ignored. The Virginia Gazette reported this week that Martha's Vineyard Hospital emergency room is jam-packed. And that health facilities are grappling with its largest number of COVID patients since the start of the pandemic. Good. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, they're full of it, but good.
I mean, they are full of it. But, quote, we're busting at the seams.
We're gonna die.
We're hoping there will be a reprieve in September, but that's a prayer right now.
Oh, shut up. I think it's just God going, oh, you people want to be acting like this? Neener, neener, neener.
No. That's the thing. Like these people are like, all right, well, this is what's going on. Not everybody in Martha's Vineyard were celebrating with the Obamas.
No, but they all hang out there.
They're all there.
And they're going to go about it real fast.
Yeah.
Apparently, Swims Prime and B from the SEV are on the same wavelength. Both of them are hoping that we bring back dueling. And
yes.
I concur.
Yes, I concur. But never with bullets, always with sword.
I don't know.
No, I don't know. It happens too fast with bullets.
Not necessarily.
And you could also go to the pain.
Not necessarily.
You could duel to the pain.
No, no. If you have, it could be done in one of two ways, and we are so on tangent, but one of two ways. Either we could stick with the one shot.
Yeah.
Which.
One shot, one kill.
Yeah, it's kind of.
And if you've never fired a gun
before.
before.
Or whoever gets hit first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
At that point, yeah.
But because that would be interesting, just in case you just can't shoot.
If
and
you suck.
spin around and you bang and you completely miss and you get hit.
Yeah.
Then it is what it is.
Yeah.
Whereas if you do it with today's guns, where you have a 9 clip round,
it has to be
9 round magazine.
California rules.
California rolls.
Rules.
Oh, rules.
California,
I'm like, are we talking sushi or dueling?
No, California rules on the weapon, so it has to have a certain smallest capacity possible.
Oh no, that's what I was gonna say though. But if you turn around and hand both of them 9mm with
and say walk 10 paces,
and most of them hold about 9. It's usually about 9.
Yeah,
I think it's one in the chamber, and then
or you get the one that's 16.
Oh, the extended clip, but still.
Yeah.
But then it turns into like an actual battle, and we don't want that. We want it quick and over. And
that's why it has to be either one bullet, or it has to be swords.
One bullet. I could do that too. I could do the one bullet thing.
I think the swords would be better.
I think so too, but
I want swords back.
I want both.
Yeah,
if we want to talk about things we want brought back, I want public hangings brought back.
Well, yes, I know you do.
I very, very much want them back.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
I would if you were going to go to dueling, okay, duels,
and not like Yu-Gi-Oh,
Pride of Duel Pride,
not
okay,
the heart of the cards.
No, not the heart.
Stupid like that.
No, not that. No, we're not doing Pokemon. We're not doing Yu-Gi-Oh, where everybody stands around and is like, oh my god, he's just pulled out. Blue Eyes White Dragon. Anyway, no.
Wow. Now, see, I just knew of the names, and we were going.
I got
real
you,
deep
buddy.
now.
I got you. You want to go down? I got this.
So it was Rhyme at DOA show. How about we have the Animaniacs wheel, but random dueling weapons? We call it the wheel of duality.
The wheel of duality. Turn.
Which one of these weapons will we use to kill each
everybody?
other?
Yeah, it doesn't quite flow.
No,
we need to make that up. But no. I would prefer swords.
Okay.
Because with swords, you could actually change the rules.
Now, when you say swords, are we talking like
you can choose your you can
no. You can't. No.
Katana.
See, hold on. You can't do that.
Why?
Because if you're going to,
are we all going to have to learn fencing?
What's supposed to say? If you're going to limit the gun side of it, you have to limit the sword side too. You have to.
All right. Well, okay.
Because you can get somebody come in with 2 daggers and then be like, oh yeah, no, okay.
Yeah.
But No.
I can throw a dagger.
Yeah, but you see my point, though.
Yeah.
You either get a one-shot bullet or...
Yeah, I gotcha. Well, yeah, you get you do dueling sabers. Okay.
Okay.
So dueling sabers. Okay.
That's a rock band that Izzo was a part of in high school.
I know. You just don't want to see them on stage. It was not a good. It was not a good show, mainly because they were naked.
I was gonna say
It was not the saber that you were thinking it was.
Izzo's high school band resembled that of G.G. Allen. Okay.
Let's just say that he brought a knife to a gunfight. You know.
Now, have you ever you've never heard of G.G. Allen, have you?
No, I haven't. I don't know who that is. I'm sorry. I don't know this. I don't know that one.
I don't know if I should
No, you should
tell you about it or just make you go to Google or YouTube one of his
Speaking of big parties, though, getting back on topic
Sorry.
real quick before the show ends here. You know, speaking of big parties, Democrat big politicos, the big politico peoples. Not Politico the place, but politicos, like the in crowd of Democrats in Washington. They're upset.
Why?
They're upset at Barack Obama.
Why at the Baracks of the Obamas?
Because his party has now put a kibosh on all of their parties.
So they're
upset because of the backlash of his party.
They're mad that he got to have the big party, and because
They can't have a party now because he had a big party. His party was so big.
It's not what Michelle said.
That they now can't have parties because of the backlash from the COVIDs.
Oh, you whiny little girls.
Mm-hmm.
That's just so stupid. It's not fair. We want to have a party too.
It's the party.
Because they're going to do whatever they want to anyway.
Yeah. And
that's the thing I don't get is they're going to do it anyway.
They're going to do it anyway,
So
but
who
not complaining
cares?
about it.
No, but I'm saying they're going to do it anyway, so who cares?
Well, I mean, it's let them eat cake.
Pretty much.
That's what this is. This is Marie Antoinette. This is
Minus the awesome beheading.
Minus the beheadings, which they actually need to bring back once again.
The guillotine.
We never had that here.
No, we didn't.
We never had that in America. We didn't have the guillotine.
No.
We don't know that. We really, as a society, don't know the glory that is guillotine.
I was thinking that too. The majesty that is.
Majesty of the guillotine. The fervent majesty.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I want to make one now. I do. Snip the tip. Okay.
That's exactly what I thought of. That's exactly where I was at. It's all the rage, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
The girls love it.
The girls love it. Except for they don't, but they love it.
I really got to get in with a younger crowd.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just put some ice on it, you'll be fine.
From the SAV, the dueling Schwartz. I like it. I can see your Schwartz is as big as mine.
Yes.
Oh my good man.
That's right.
It's fantastic.
Dueling with noisy crickets.
Yes. No, I'm just saying, like we need to. There's a lot of things that we need to. Of course, and I don't know.
Yeah.
So I'm reading a book, or I'm listening to a book.
Yeah, listening to a book.
I'm listening to a book. Do you remember? And we did the story a while back of the Amazons that was mad about the transgender book.
Yeah.
And I went ahead.
They
and I
were
was
all
like,
pissy about it.
Yeah. So I got the book.
About the book about, the
transgenders and
the bad
stuff with the girls and all of that.
Yeah, raising girls to be girls, basically.
Stuff and
yeah.
I the lady that wrote the book actually went through and interviewed like all kinds of different people, family, the people who are actually in the who are trans or claiming to be trans, families, the schools, school boards, unions, all of this stuff. Dude, oh my God.
It's a lot, isn't it?
The stuff that these people were saying, especially the schools, In a nutshell, parents lost the right to be able to say what goes on in the kids. What goes on with their
You have
kid.
no right to say anything
Once
about
they
your kid.
put them in public school, they gave up their right.
The moment that they walk through the doors, you
stuff
have
that-
no right to say anything now.
I'm gonna
That's
when I'm
what-
finished, I'm gonna send you the book. You need to listen to it or
All right.
something. It's oh my
All right.
god, it's
right.
good. Until then, though, we need to go to American Pride Roasters Coffee.
Why?
Well, to get historically great coffee
No, well, yes, that's obviously true.
because it is
Guaranteed to make you swallow every
every
time you
single
put it in your
time.
mind.
Yeah. So go to AmericanPrideRoasters.com where you can get yours today. Woo! AmericanPrideRoasters.com.
You can also go to Mojo50.com.
You can do that.
That is where you can find all of the rest of the hosts on the Mojo 50 Radio Network. You can see where the schedule is, everything else. Don't forget to go to their radio on the iHeartRadios. It's the Mojo 50 Radio button in the iHeartRadio app.
Yep. Follow us on our social medias at DOA Show. Go to our website, DOAEshow.com. Archives and the shop. Become a Defender with us. Sign up and everything like that.
All the rest of it.
Follow us on all social medias, like, share, and everything like that on DOAEshow.com. We'll see y'all next week.